Hi, welcome to Petradot. And in this lesson, we are going to be discussing the do while loop. In our previous lesson, we talked about the while loop, where we said that the loop is used in Java to to repeat a block of code or an action until a certain condition is met. And we say that the while loop is used when the iteration is unknown, right? So in this particular lesson, we'll be discussing the do while loop. The do while loop is similar to the while loop, just a little difference. And the difference is that in the do while loop, it needs the action to be carried out once before checking the condition for the loop. You know, when you are running the while loop, the condition is checked at initial stage where we had the formula which says um, while condition while condition is true, keep performing this block of code. This is what we have in the while loop. Whereas the do while loop is saying that you can perform the action. First of all, perform the action once, run the block of code once before checking the condition, right? So that is the difference. And in a real life scenario of the do while loop, is in a gameplay when a user is playing a game. So normally, before you tell the user, you ask the user if he wants to play the game again, he must have played it for the first time, right? So the playing of a game, you win the first round, you go for the second round, third round, fourth round, is just a loop of the same game. But the thing is, before you play the second game, the game will always ask you, do you want to play again? That is a loop. But before it asks you that question, you must have played the first instance. That is where the do while loop comes in. The do while loop allows you to play the game for the first time, then you end the game, and it will ask the user if he wants to play again, right? Play again. And if the user's answer is yes, while yes, this game will repeat again, right? So let's simulate this with our code. First of all, let's import our scanner. So we come here and say we'll define the object of our scanner input equals to new scanner. We have used scanner before, and we say that the scanner allows you in Java to receive an input from a user, right? So first of all, let's define our do while loop. Do what do you want to do? You want to play a game? System.out.println. Let's assume that this game has been played, which is writing started playing game. Let's copy this. Completed playing game. Paste again. Congratulations, you won. We are just simulating the actual playing of a game, right? That's what we are doing. You won. Let's use this to separate the two instances. Then we can now ask the user, do you want to play the game again? Do you want to continue? Do you want to continue to the next round? So by then, we can now create a scanner. We can now use a scanner to receive the input. But before that, we are going to create a variable that will hold the user's response here, right? So we'll have something like response. response equals to, by default it is no, right? Oh, this is a character, so single n. By default it is no, so let's use a string. So all right, so we can now use our scanner to receive this response equals to dot next line. So we can now come here and say while response is not equals to n, right? So by then we must have collected this response. So as far as the user keeps selecting yes, yes, this program will keep repeating. So that's why we say why response is not equal to, or we can just say why response is equal to y. But then let's use equal ignore case, meaning even if this person enters capital Y, it's not going to affect our input. So ignore the case as far as it is equals to y, whether capital or small letter. So let us run this program and see what is going to happen. All right, you can see this. Started playing game. I have played the first round. Completed playing game. Congratulations, you won. Do you want to continue to the next round? And I enter yes. Started playing again. Completed the playing again. Congratulations, you won. Do you want to continue to play? I enter yes again. It takes me to the next round and I says no, the next one. What happens? The program ends. You see? So the do while loop allows you to carry out the action at least once before checking for the condition. And if you notice here, the iteration is also unknown. So it's similar to the while loop. So just the difference is that it has to perform the action for the first time at least once. The iteration will have to run once before it checks for the condition. So and that is all about the do while loop. So if you have any question about this or confusion, you can drop it on the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you.